you a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold and I am happy to be here with you guys today. If you are a first timer to the channel, then welcome. I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out the videos, checking out what we're doing here as a team with the Clark Griswold group and the Strat group. If you haven't done so yet, you can click that subscribe button down below, be a subscriber to this channel. Hit that bell. That bell will give you the notifications when I send out daily videos just like this one, our setups for every day, okay? I also send out learning tools like 30 and 30 videos, how to trade that strategy. If you haven't seen that yet, you need to go check that video out. It's a really, really great strategy that will help move along your trading journey. I put out other learning tools as well, how to trade outside bars, inside bars, 3-1 setups. You can also find me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. So go ahead and give me a follow there. You can DM me there, comment there. You can do the same thing on any of my videos, ask questions. I'm here to help you guys on your journey, okay? I want to help you guys along and be better traders. That's why I'm here. Okay, so let's get started on this. There aren't a whole bunch of plays for Monday that I found setups for. There's probably only about 7. So we'll go through all of them, and then this will be the only setup video for Monday, April 25th. Okay, so let's get started. The first one I've got on my list, and I always say if there's a setup on Neo, I'm playing it. And people ask why. Just Neo has these really big swings, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% swings in a day. And that's really the reason I like to play Neo. During the day, I'm also a long-term holder in it, so I like to watch it daily. But let's get started on this. Neo has an inside bar. So an inside bar in the Strat is called a 1. And when we're looking at an inside bar shows consolidation within the stock or the ticker, ETF, whatever you're looking at. Shows consolidation. And what that means is it's basically acting like a spring. This candle right here that I'm talking about here, this inside bar, this yellow candle, it doesn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. So we consider that an inside bar or a 1 bar. Okay, and it shows consolidation, and it's basically becoming spring loaded, and it's getting tighter, 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 and getting ready to explode in one direction or the other. This was a 3-1 setup, but you can see what happens off of the break here. Same thing, the break here off of this inside bar here. I can go back in time and look at them. Here's another one. We spring to the high side. And again, they don't always work, but the majority of the time, the inside bars work. And here's another one. Inside bar, we broke up to the high side and then came back down, but you still would have had a really nice gain here. Okay, here's another one. From here, down, okay? So they don't always work, but the majority of the time they do work. And when I trade options before, I used to guess. And then I found out about inside bars, and then when I started trading inside bars, that's when I started becoming a better trader. And then from inside bars, I got really good at that, and then I went to outside bars, and then to just other different strategies. So get really, really good at one thing, guys, and then move on from that. So for me, it was inside bars. For you guys, it might be reversals, okay? 30 and 30 plays. I don't know. But for me, it was the inside bar. So we have an inside bar on Neo. If we break the high of this candle here on Monday at 1830, we're going to go long on this. We're going to take call options, or you can buy common shares. And I'm just going to change the color. That would be your first target, okay? The top of the wicks are your targets. Going up, or if you're going down, the bottom of the wick is your target, just right here, okay? And it's that, oops, sorry guys. There you go, it's that simple, okay? That's our target to the downside, our first target. And if you're only trading 1 or 2 contracts, you can take your profit here. You can put a stop loss here, and maybe it ends up going to 0. A lot of times what happens, though, is we hit these targets, and then we go back up, okay? And we never see those targets again. So that's why I like to take profits when we hit the targets, if you have multiple contracts, sell some there. You can leave some on as runners, make the trigger your stop loss, and then at least you're out with no loss at bare minimum, okay? So that's on Neo. Next up, we've got Bed Bath & Beyond. That's ticker symbol BBBY. We have that in the background here, as you can see on the daily chart. Okay, outside bar on Bed Bath & Beyond, or a 3 bar when we're talking about the Strat. An outside bar just means that we broke the low and we broke the high of this previous candle, okay? So we can take calls on 1861 triggers, or we can take puts on 1601 triggers, okay? And again, it's the same thing. To find our targets, that's all we're doing. We're finding the bottom of the previous wicks, okay? Or if we're going up, it's the top of the previous wicks, and it's that simple. Guys, this is the easiest strategy you guys will ever learn. I promise you that. There's not many strategies that are easier than the Strat, and the candlesticks are telling you what to do. We're dealing with price action, and the candlesticks tell you when to enter, and the candlesticks tell you when to exit. There's nothing subjective. There's no subjectivity to this, okay? The only subjectivity you would find is in trying to draw a broadening formation, which takes a bit of practice, but even that is not really subjective. It's higher highs and lower lows, okay? That's how you draw a broadening formation. I'm not going to go over that today, but there's lots of videos out on that. So next up, we've got Alibaba, BABA. We have a 2 up, which means we broke the high of the previous candle only, not the low. So it's a 2 and it's an up, but it finished red. And we have a shooter. So a shooter means we have this body at the bottom, and it's a bearish symbol, okay, or a bearish pattern. And the other thing we have here is time frame continuity to the downside. Outside of the day and the week, because we don't know what that day and the week are going to be until Monday closes, or we're at least into Monday. If you're looking for this indicator here, you can go into the indicators tab in TradingView, type in time frame continuity, and the author is Board Rider B. So we can look for triggers on this at 86.33, and that's our first target. If you're trading common shares, this is not something I would look at shorting. I don't like shorting stocks unless I'm doing it with options, okay? And if you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions about the videos, leave them down below. I'll answer them for you, okay? Next up, we have CL. That's Colgate-Palmolive, another outside bar. We can take calls at 83.39, puts at $81. DWAC usually has a big spread between the bid and the ask, which I don't really like, so it's not something I normally trade, but we do have an inside bar on DWAC that we can look at. And again, inside bars, here's another one. We break to the low for a really good gain. I don't know if there's another one on here. This looks like a 3-1 setup here with this yellow bar, but again, inside bar, break, inside bar, break, inside bar, break, inside bar, break. Okay, so they're all over the place, and they are and I just really like inside bars. They're easy to play, they're easy to find on a chart, and you don't need to look at the daily chart. You can find them on a weekly chart, you can find them on an hourly chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1-minute chart. It doesn't matter. They show up everywhere, and they all do the same thing, okay? Next up, we've got Snap, SNAP. So Snap was the opposite of CL. So we had a 2 down, okay? But the 2 down finished green. So that gives me probability that we may continue higher. And we may not, but we don't get into play until we hit the trigger. We don't hit the trigger, we don't have a play. So we can look for calls on Snap at $31.19. Okay, and then the last one I've got on the list here, guys, is Upstart, UPST, another inside bar. You'll notice the full time frame to the downside. Again, the day and the week will play itself out as we head into Monday. But let's look for calls at 77.55, puts at 72.95. Guys, that's the list. I hope you enjoyed it. Look for our weekly swing plays for April 25th, the week of April 25th as well. If you're looking for strike prices, I usually get just out of the money or just in the money, okay? And expiry dates, I personally take the next closest. There's a more risk involved with that. Some people like to take it a little bit further out. It gives them a little bit more time and not as big of a loss if the trade reverses on them. So you can do it either way. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.